Alright, it looks like we did get the monthly candle close, and it doesn't look bad. Let's take a look at the close. I was waiting for all the different charts. I was waiting for everything. This monthly candle close was no joke, and like, I literally waited till the last second. Like, it literally was no joke. So, on this channel, so let's see, this monthly candlestick close, 33,000. Literally, it just made the brink. I wanted to see 34, but 33 is fine. And then, like I was telling you guys before, like on this channel, we don't pump narratives. Oh, and guys, this is extremely important. If you are new to crypto, you have to listen up. I am not. I am the only one that will ever tell you about a Telegram group, and our Telegram group is not set up yet. It will be set up in the link in the description. It will never be in the comment section. If you see somebody in the comment section, they are trying to scam you. Do not listen to them. Like, you know what I'm saying? If they send you a WhatsApp, there's so much scamming in cryptocurrency. So this looks really good. This wick is actually good. This wick is gorgeous. This is actually what we want to see. Monthly candlestick was not looking good at the beginning. You know what I'm saying? Is this the monthly? Did we close the monthly? I'm pretty sure we closed the monthly. It's so hard to see with this. I gotta go. I went to another exchange and I saw the monthly candle. It looks like we did get the monthly. It's just so hard to see with all our TA. Let's see, BTC. You did. We got the monthly. I'm pretty sure. At least we got it on Bybit. I was waiting for all the major exchanges to close. Yeah, at least we got it on Bybit, which is huge. A lot of people do trade on Bybit. So, and then we got this wick right here. This wick's good. This wick shows buying pressure. This wick is like a reversal pattern out of the negative. So, I'm not upset with the wick whatsoever. But what I was saying about this monthly pattern essentially is, the lower it gets, and then the potentially it's not just necessarily what the candlestick pattern prints, which was what everybody was perpetuating. It's also how the price action interacts with the new print, and the fact that we were like, if Bitcoin was to come down to like I said, like between like 30,000, like we can still, if Bitcoin goes down to 29,000, we're in a bearish engulfing. Like it's not, or 28,000, like 29,000, just about 29,000. On the monthly, we'd be in a bearish engulfing. So you talked to me about monthly candles. Monthly candles are absolutely substantial. And so, I mean, right now we're looking good. I was telling you guys, I was like, we're not, taking any trades. Actually, taking a trade from this level right now, it looks pretty good again, but we're consolidating. And it's just, again, like, when you're investing in things, whether it's the stock market, like, I'm telling you, everyone thinks they're an expert in the stock market in a bull run. Everyone thinks they're an expert in real estate in a bull run. Everybody thinks they're an expert in crypto in a bull run. You got to understand the macroeconomics of whatever you're investing into and the overall economy and how that's going to affect the asset class that you're getting into, or you will give all your gains back to the markets. I see this way too many times. Kids don't know what the heck they're doing and they just get wrecked. What we're looking at on this channel and what we know to be true is Bitcoin dominance is continuing to lower, which is going to be good for altcoins. So let's take a look at Bitcoin dominance. So you type in BTC.D, BTC.D. Let's see, is that the, what do we got here? Oh my gosh, did it already break that? Did our, the heck? Did our line get messed up? Oh, this is on the monthly. That's why. We used to be looking at it from the 4 hour. Alright, let's check it out from the 6 hour. That's fine. Alright, yeah, so we're still looking at that level. Again, I'm telling you guys, we could get a bit pump from Bitcoin, and these are the two levels we're looking at. Let me show you. It's my job to tell you what's good. And it's free. I will never charge you. Nobody on this channel will ever charge you. If you see somebody asking for money and they're not associated with me, it's a scam. Do not fall for it. On this channel, we hate people that say that they're experts in finances and then they're asking you to buy their $5 course. If they're experts in finances, they're not going to be asking you to buy their $5 course that they freaking marketing for like freaking 12. They're not finance experts. All right. So we're looking for a lower low right here, or we could start to get an invalidation idea of this, start to get an invalidation of this downtrend if we do break this level right here. So we're still technically bullish right here, or bearish on Bitcoin dominance, which is good for altcoin season. You got a high, you got a lower high. You got low, low, low. You got lower, low, lower. Like it's all there. It's all perfect. Yes, we did set a high, but we set a it's all perfect. The only thing that we're looking for at this point is this wick. This is what everybody in the space is looking for. If we can break below this wick, we're good for altcoin season. If we break above this wick, we could potentially set a higher high in the immediate short term and start to invalidate that idea of Bitcoin dominance. So we could start looking at we want so this is like why I brought up that whole macroeconomics. We want to see, because on the larger, like when you just look at Bitcoin's charts, you can never just look at Bitcoin's chart. If you look at just Bitcoin's chart, then either you're new to crypto or you're not as educated. You got to get DXY. DXY can be a lead indicator for Bitcoin. You got to look at the S&P. S&P was highly correlated with Bitcoin back in early 2020, early 2019, or late 2019. It was highly correlated. So DXY, S&P, what is it? It's Monday. It's about to be Monday. So S&P is not going to be what you're looking at. You're going to be looking at the DXY. So one of the great things that I do is when we're trading on this channel. I did this earlier because we have the best YouTube channel in the entire YouTube platform. So what I did, let's see, let's go to Bybit. So what I did is I went to right here, add compare, went to DXY, it's already set up, and essentially this gives us the ability to, okay, double tap, give me the indicators, bro. What you mean? Give me the indicators. Trading view. Alright, let's see. Pump it right here. DXY. There we go. So what I do is this. If you're really going to be trading this market and blah, 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 definitely this is something to keep your eye on. Potentially hitting all these different resistance areas. This could be huge if we break above this. And then it could be even more ginormous pumpage, potentially, if we break above this level right here, and then this level. I mean, there's a lot of, it's going to be a tough thing if you're trying to trade this. I mean, there's potentially a ginormous double bottom, and then potentially one right here if you break this. But there's just so much resistance. Like, if anything, if I was trading it, I'm not trading it, but if I was, we got to figure out the thing with BTCD. We got to understand the more macro economics of what's going on in the space to see how Bitcoin's going to interact. But essentially, when DXY pumps, that means the dollar's getting stronger. And this is more so, if you understand, like I say, you can't just understand TA. You got to understand not only the TA, but the reasons behind why the TA is valid, and like really understand, the behind the scenes. Like, it's one thing to just memorize a bunch of chart patterns. It's another thing to understand how they actually work and how you can implement those ideas into other not textbook formations, like what we do all the time on this channel. So if you want some of the best TA in the game, you know where to find us. Anyway, I'm just kidding. Anyways, so DXY, Monday through Friday, 9 to 5 is going to be like the best time. I think, or no, when I used to trade stocks. It's open like 6 a.m. or 7 a.m. It's open like 6, I think it's 7 a.m. For my time, I think it's 6 a.m., but I think it's 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time because it's over on the New York Stock Exchange. Hedge funds when they're investing, they look at, the dollar. If the dollar is really strong, they might, take their money out of stocks. They might take their money out of Bitcoin. They might be holding dollars. If the dollar starts to go down, they could potentially be looking to get money into the dollar. And then the S&P, a lot of times, um, it's inverse. S&P, sometimes it's the DXY that affects the S&P. Sometimes it's usually supposed to be the DXY that affects the S&P. And if the DXY pumps, then the S&P does poor, and then there's a lot of money, there's a lot of liquidity on the market, and essentially like they'll sell stocks, they'll sell all sorts of stuff and they'll sell crypto, and that's kind of like the fundamentals, if that makes sense, for why DXY with S&P. But anyways, so we're looking at the DXY, or we're looking at BTCD, we're looking at Bitcoin dominance. We want to see, are we continuing altcoin season? And to see if we're going to continue altcoin season, we want to look at this level right here. If this level right here breaks, we're going to continue altcoin season. But again, we're the best channel on the internet, so we're about to tell you the but, because there's a big but, and I feel like a normal channel would just tell you that. Next, most important thing is we don't want to see Bitcoin's volume spike. If we have a ginormous spike, this could literally kill the altcoin season. Like, we could literally break out of this ascending wedge. And if we break out of this ascending wedge, followed by a confirmation, this is the most important part that I'm talking about, followed by volume, then that would be massive. And essentially that could kill, at least to the beginning, altcoin season. So those are the two things we're looking for. We want to see, is it altcoin season? And we're keeping an eye on Bitcoin's volume to see if Bitcoin's going to ruin altcoin season. And then to understand Bitcoin a lot better, we usually use DXY, but it's not going to be as relevant because it's the weekend, and a lot of the hedge funds that make the relevancy of DXY, again, when the dollar's strong, they hold dollars. When the dollar's weak, they put their money into different things to hedge against the inflation, like they put their money into stocks. That's just how hedge funds operate. So you have to understand that if you want to trade these crypto markets. You have to understand that, the S&P, it's, like I said, like I was in these markets like heavy back in the day, early 2019, or late 2019 and early 2020 for the longest time. But specifically, I remember a lot during that time. The S&P and Bitcoin were highly correlated. They still do have correlation, and the correlation behind it, like I said, is that a lot of times when there's like the S&P is down, they're selling things like Bitcoin to buy more stocks to cost base average in. That's what the hedge funds do. The hedge funds have massive amounts of money. They move the markets. Liquidity markets, like those giant liquidity markets, they'll move gold market, they'll move all sorts of markets. So we gotta look at the S&P, we gotta look at the DXY. They're not as relevant today because it is not normal trading hours. It is Sunday. So take this with a grain of salt. This is more so just anything, more so like when we talk about BTCD, this is more so than anything else, just a self-fulfilling prophecy more than anything. Let's see, let's take that off. And then, those are the lines we're looking at. That's everything that we're looking at right now on these charts. I'm not trading anything right now, again, because we got to understand the macro patterns. Okay, we had a decent close on Bitcoin, and it's not necessarily, everybody in the space is talking about a decent close. It's not necessarily the fact that we had a decent close. It's the fact that we had a decent close, and then on top of that, the market reacted positively to it. It didn't start dropping. It didn't essentially start forming like potentially like a bearish engulfing candlestick. That's what I was really concerned about, even if we got, a $32,000 to $34,000 close. And because, we're keeping you safe in this game, where there's nobody that's going to put you up to date like we're putting you up to date. We got the monthly candlestick, which was huge. Everybody in the space knew it was huge. We were one of the first people to really talk about it and cover it to its full extent, if not the only channel to cover it to its full extent. And the fact that the market responded positively to the close, that is monumental. Now, on the macro charts, we still need to look at Bitcoin dominance. because if Bitcoin dominance continues to drop, the volume, if it continues to drop, if that trend continues on Bitcoin, then, you could trade this breakout. But like I'm saying, if the volume's not there, and we see this all the time, I've seen this way too many times, and new traders don't get it. They see a pattern, they see a descending triangle, and they say, I'm going to trade this. I'm telling you, I'm not a new trader, I'm an experienced trader. I know these markets. If we see if we see a confirmation close, if it's not followed by volume, it is not going anywhere. We use the volume as a confirmation tool, and it's one of the most important tools in trading. A lot of these kids, they want to use all the fancy tools. They want to use Market Cipher. Like, I mean, if you know how to use Market Cipher, like I know how to use Market Cipher, I mean, it's a good tool for sure. But don't play around. Use the volume indicator. It is so ridiculously important. If we don't see a close, if we don't see a confirmation close followed by volume, understand that it is because of Bitcoin dominance, and understand that on this channel we understand everything. We understand the macro economics, or the macro factors that factor into these markets every single time. So we're never going to lose. So that's what we're looking at on these charts. That's what we're looking at on this channel. And, nobody's going to cover that. We're covering this every single time. And again, if we do continue to really fall down in Bitcoin dominance, we could start taking profit. People could start taking profits from their mid caps to their small caps. Again, get your moon bags. I explained it earlier. Do not fall for any of the scammers in the comments. We made it. We got scammers in the comments. Do not fall for them. I do not endorse anything. I'm not going to sell you anything. We make plenty of money on this channel. I make plenty of money trading crypto, doing my crypto stuff. We're huge. We're bullish on crypto. It's good. I'm never gonna sell you a course. We see way too many people in the finance space pretending that they're experts, saying that they're an expert in finance, and they're trying to sell you a course. And in all reality, they didn't make $1 million, or they wouldn't be trying to sell you a $5 course on how to make $1 million. We're not gonna. We hate that crap. Sub to the channel. It's free. It's one of the most underrated channels on the entire internet. We talk about real stuff. We talk about real trades. We talk about real, not financial advice, because we can't give you financial advice. But I told you everything I'm doing with my portfolio, which, a lot of these guys, they would tell you. They just don't, they don't want to take the credibility. I'm going to take the credibility. I'm going to take the responsibility. I'll tell you what I'm doing with my trades, and relative to everything else, and relative to the outsourcing, you literally could not be in a better position to make money than on this channel. We are absolutely killing it. Why are your screen recording so blurry? Alright, so I do have a Ethernet cable, but my settings on it, I just don't want to lag. Like, we've been having a lot of problems with lagging on the channel, and so I don't want to lag. And, you don't need to see crystal clear right now. I mean, you can see crystal clear. But a lot of guys don't stream. Streaming takes a lot of energy out of, the Wi-Fi, things like that. I mean, I can go over these charts. And the thing is, I double repeat, what I say. When I tell you guys when there's resistance lines and stuff, I'll tell you guys the support, resistance. I'll tell you the numbers and everything. And you can clearly see. I always zoom in and whatever, so you don't need it to be crystal clear. Like I said, a lot of guys don't stream, and we're so new. I can't and because we're non-profit, we don't take any money. I'm not gonna waste money getting. I'm just here to help you guys out. And me talking, you don't need to see the blurriness, or you don't need to see it crystal clear. But yeah, it takes a lot of energy to stream, so that's why it's blurry. So we don't lag. Making sure, protecting the stream. Alright, but yeah, anyways, you guys got any questions, let me know. If you got any whatever, we're the best channel, we're the most underrated channel. We have massive credibility at this point. We've killed every single trade. We've made every single perfect call. And we tell you guys that all the information that you need to hear before all the bigger channels. There's days we stream for 6 hours. Anyways, I'm going. I let you guys know everything you needed to know. If you need to know anything else, just rewatch the video, because I told you everything that you need to know. I got you debriefed on these markets to where you need to be. Alright, and yeah, I mean, if you guys are looking for altcoins again, I'd rather just outsource you guys to Elliott Trades. We're not going to really go over small caps. I showed you guys my small cap portfolio earlier. We had some 100% ROIs. That's nothing, especially on small caps, especially on crypto. But we're gonna continue to kill this market like with 100% accuracy. That's literally not clickbait. Go watch our videos. When we said Bitcoin was gonna pump, it pumped. When we said Bitcoin was gonna dump, it dumped. Oh, we're not gonna get into that. Don't fall for the scammers in the comments if you're new. I really don't want to see anybody hurt.